Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. So, this is a little bit of number crunching and speculations, but the overall idea and the upshot of all of this is pretty astonishing. And if we had even more specifics and more reliable data, I have a feeling it would be even more shocking. So, I wanted to do a little calculation on just how many UFOs in the recent history are we getting a year? You know, I spoke a few years ago about a new trend, and the new trend in ufology being more fleets, more military interactions, and more geometrics. And the consequence of these fleets is pretty dynamic. As we know from like the Nimitz case, they spoke about scores and scores of these craft being seen, and oftentimes tumbling from orbit right down to the surface of the sea. And as I said, like 4 years ago, almost every single major naval exercise would have a lot of sightings, and this brings about some very interesting number crunching. So based on some projections I did, based on Victor Vigiani's NORAD documents, the U.S. military whistleblowers, a quote insider, and public accounts, like the Nimitz, for example. I was able to do a raw guesstimation based on from August of last year to August of this year. And the number is absolutely wacky, as you can see. Now, this is globally. And if you add the supposition that each craft usually has 2 little mini drones, that would be 12,654 little mini drones, the total number of craft would be 21,981. Pretty staggering. Pretty freaking staggering. Now, we know the Tic Tac was around 28 feet, possibly, or more. But let's just say, for this main number here, with not counting the drones, what's kind of a size would these take? You know, how big of a warehouse would you need? What is the distance? If you put 7,327 craft end to end, and they're each 28 feet, you would have a crap load of miles. 38 miles worth of craft. Now, we're also not even speculating on the weight. We could simply do some very raw number crunchings on the weight as well. And that brings up some very important questions. They must have some sort of massive factories. They have massive needs for raw materials. And in doing some of this exploration and looking at past metamaterials, I decided to take a little look at manganese nodule locations. Manganese nodule locations just happen to be very interesting. And I'll show you right here. Okay, so some of these locations of manganese nodules are right